All right, fourth quarter action coming to you from this, excuse me, from this demo game. This was the instructional demo that I created for Triple Threat Basketball. I only played a little bit of the first quarter, so I'm just playing everything out in the game. All right, for game reset, 84-83, the home team is winning by 1. They started the first quarter down 6. They ended at halftime up 11, and now the home team has cut the lead to 1. It is going to be the ball going this way to start the third quarter, and we always kick off each quarter with just we treat it like a make. So it's going to be Kobe bringing the ball up the floor. And Kobe Bryant has an open three-pointer, and he's going to try to just get this started off with a bang, and he misses another one. So a miss by Kobe. Let's check out the rebound. The rebound goes to the power forward. The power forward is Karl Malone. That's his third rebound of the day. And let me just do this. I do this just to indicate the quarter. That way I can easily see how many points have been scored in the quarter and tally up the number of points. It's just a little something for me. So coming back the other way is going to be Steve Nash on the fast break, and Nash on the fast break is going to pass to Ewing. Ewing filling the lane on the break, and he's got an open lane, but he's going to get blocked, and the block comes from the center, Olajuwon, who gets back and makes the block. That's his first, and that's going to be 3 ticks off the clock. Coming back the other way is going to be the home team. So this is Magic walking it up the floor. He's going to get it to the power forward, Nowitzki. Nowitzki's got the ball, and he's going to kick it across the court to KD. Time running out. Durant has a mid-range jumper. Man in his face is Carmelo Anthony, and Anthony causes the miss with good defense. So that's going to be Durant. Where is he? There he is. So Durant with the miss. Down to 11 minutes and 10 seconds. Let's see about the rebound. The rebound goes to the center, so that's going to be Ewing with the rebound. Up here. Second board for Ewing. And coming back the other way is the visiting team. It's going to be a fast break led by Reggie Miller. Miller has a three-pointer on the fast break. Man in his face. So he's going to give it up to Malone. And that's going to be a turnover. Turnover for Reggie Miller. His first turnover of the game. Takes us down to 10 minutes and 55 seconds left. Off of that, it's going to be Magic pushing it up the floor quickly. He's got an open three-pointer. Not really Magic's game. He's going to get it over to KD. Pass is good, and Durant with the open. Oh, I'm sorry. He's got Anthony on him, but Anthony is a 0, so that's going to be a layup on the fast break for KD. He's got 8 in the game, and the first two is finally scored after a minute and 20 seconds. We'll give Magic the assist on that. 2 assists in the game for Magic. Off the make, it's going to be Steve Nash bringing it up the floor. He's got an open 3. That is Steve Nash's game. And he misses the open 3. So quick shot from Nash. And let's find out about the rebound. The rebound is going to be an offensive rebound, so that goes to the offensive power forward. That's going to be Malone. So Malone with the board. And let's see what happens here. He's he catches it. He's right there for the layup. He's got Dirk on him. Dirk is a -1 defender, so that's an 8. And an 8 is a layup up and in for Malone. So he gets the offensive rebound. And he puts it up and in for 2. So nice board from Karl Malone. And the score is 86-85. It's going to take another 10 seconds off. So quick shot by Nash. But Malone cleans up the mess. This is going to be Kobe on the break. Kobe's going to pass it to Olajuwon. Olajuwon hustling down the floor, running the floor. He's got Ewing on him. Ewing's a -2. A 10 -2 is an 8. And that's going to be a layup on the fast break for Hakeem Olajuwon. Just his 4th point of the game. But that gives the home team the brief lead, 87-86. And we'll give the assist to Kobe. And that takes 3 ticks off. 10:05 left in the game. 1 point lead for the home team. It's going to be Reggie Miller bringing the ball up the floor. Miller with the open dribble drive. And they're giving him the lane. He takes it. And he takes it in for a jumper. So he pulls up and hits the pull-up mid-range jumper. And so that's going to be good for Reggie Miller. Miller now with 5, 8, 10, 12 points in the game and gives the lead right back to the visiting team. Just 2 ticks off the clock there. He was the only person to touch the ball. So coming off the miss, it's going to be Magic pushing it up the floor on the fast break. He's got a layup, but he's got Nash on him. He's going to go ahead and take that. Sort of push the action a little bit. That's going to be Magic taking it right down the lane for the layup. He's got 5 in the game. Off the bench, and that gives the away team the lead again. So some quick buckets here to start the 3rd quarter. This is going to be Steve Nash in the set offense. He's going to pass it over to Reggie Miller. Miller with the open 3. And it is Miller time as he drains the open 3-pointer with Kobe on him. So Reggie Miller with 5 here in the 4th quarter. And that gives the away team a 2-point lead. So 91-89. I'm going to give the assist there to Steve Nash, his first of the game. Off the make, it's going to be Magic bringing it up the floor. He's going to pass it to Kobe. Kobe has got a dribble drive with Reggie Miller on him. Kobe Bryant's going to take that every day. But he takes it in and he misses. So good defense there by Reggie Miller. And Bryant with the miss. So that's just two clicks off the clock. Let's see about the rebound. The rebound is going to go to the center. The center is Pat Ewing. Ewing with his 4th rebound. And coming back the other way, it's going to be a fast break to Carmelo. Carmelo Anthony with the mid-range jumper. He is being guarded by Kevin Durant. He's going to get it over to Steve Nash. Pass is good. Steve Nash with the ball gets it to the power forward. Karl Malone with time running out. Malone's got the ball in his hands. He's got an open lane to the basket. A 5 on a drive is going to be a foul. So he is fouled by Dirk. And Nowitzki, that's his second foul. It'll be the first team foul of the fourth quarter. And Malone was fouled on the shot. So it's be 2 shots for him. He makes the first. And he makes the second. So Malone with 4 in the fourth quarter. That pushes the lead to 93-89. And the ball coming back the other way. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 off. 8 minutes and 55 seconds left. We actually need to take a TV timeout. There's one here, here, and here. We've been playing with the TV timeouts throughout. In the second and the fourth quarters, we take one at the 9-minute mark as well. Let's see. Scoring wise, maybe we can get Duncan back into the game. Duncan had scored quite a bit, actually. Maybe get him in here for the stretch run. He is not in any foul trouble whatsoever. Let's get some of our starters back. Chris Paul, Drexler. Not Drexler. Olajuwon's got the fouls, but nothing else. Let's get the Birdman back in the game. They might need his 3-point shooting. And for team over here, Jordan's got to be back in the game, right? And let's get Harden into the game for Nash. And LeBron for Melo. Shaq back in the game. So over here we're back to our starting 5. And over here, Paul, Bryant, Bird, Duncan, and Olajuwon. So everybody's back to their starting 5. So this is setting us up good for a little run here. So we've controlled the fouls for Malone and for Olajuwon, so they should be able to make it to the end. We'll see how this plays out, though. 8 minutes and 55 seconds left, and it's going to be Kobe bringing it up the floor. Kobe's going to pass to Chris Paul. Chris Paul has the open dribble drive, and he's going to take that down the middle of the lane, and he pulls up for the jumper and drains it. So Chris Paul with a bucket, his first of the fourth quarter. That makes our score 93, 92, 91. So draws them within 1. 8 minutes and 40 seconds left in the game. It'll be Harden bringing the ball up the floor in the set offense. 6 is going to be a pass to Shaq. The Diesel down low is going to pass it to Karl Malone. Karl Malone, with time running out, he's got an open dribble drive opportunity. A 10 is going to be an and one as he takes it to the basket, and he gets fouled by the small forward. That is going to be Larry Bird. So Bird with his second foul. That's going to be the second team foul. Going to the line is going to be Karl Malone. He put it in for 2, so that's a bucket. He gets the 1 free throw. A 3 is going to be a miss, so he misses on the shot. That's going to be 2 here. 95-91 is our score. And let's check out the rebound. The rebound goes to the power forward, that's Duncan. That's his 4th board. And that gets us started back the other way. It's going to be a fast break with Chris Paul off of the missed free throw. A 7 is going to be a layup, but he's covered up. He's going to take that anyway up into Harden's chest, and instead he gets it blocked. And the block is going to come from the point guard Harden. So Harden gets in. Good defense from him. Tight defense, and he gets the block out of it as well. So let's see back the other way. That's going to be a miss for Chris Paul. And coming back the other way is going to be King James bringing the ball up the floor. He will pass to the center, Shaquille. O'Neal is going to get it over to Karl Malone. Karl Malone with time running out. And he's got a low post move. And he's got Tim Duncan on him, so it's going to be a -2. 4 - 2 is a 2. That's going to be a miss down in the post with time running out for Malone. Good defense by Timmy Duncan. That's going to be 5. Takes us down to 7 minutes and 40 seconds left. And the rebound is going to go to Tim Duncan. That's his 5th board of the game. And coming back the other way is the home team. The home team is down 95-91. And it's going to be Chris Paul pushing it up on the fast break. That will be a pass to Larry Bird. Bird with the opportunity going to the lane. He's covered up by King James. That's going to be a 5. A 5 on the layup is going to be a foul, as he gets fouled by the center. He's fouled by the center, which is Shaq. It's actually just Shaq's first foul. And 15 off the clock on the fast break. Larry Bird at the line. He's going to get 2 shots. That's going to be 1 is good and 2 is good. Bird is nearly automatic at the line, and that draws the home team within 2. 95-93 is our score. We have 7 minutes and 35 seconds left in the the game. Be MJ bringing the ball up the floor. This is going to be a 3-pointer. He does have Kobe in his face. He's going to give it up with the hope that they can get a little better shot. Let's give it to Harden. And instead, Mike throws it away. Jordan with just his first turnover of the game. And takes us down to 7 minutes and 20 seconds left. Home team with the ball back. Bird pushes it up the floor on the inbound. And he's got what? He's got a pass to the point guard. So on the secondary break, it's Chris Paul. Chris Paul with the open 3. And he is going to miss on the open 3-pointer. So Paul, the trailer, has a good look, but can't hit it. And so let's see about the rebound. Rebound is going to go to Karl Malone. It's Malone's 4th board of the game. And coming back the other way is the home team. It will be Harden bringing the ball up the floor. A 4 is going to be a pass to Karl Malone. Malone with the dribble drive, and he's got the baseline open, and he takes it down on the drive, and he gets fouled as he makes his way toward the basket. Not on the shot, but on the drive. The drive is the foul goes on the center. The center is Olajuwon. That's his 4th foul. third team foul. And that is not a shooting foul. So we're going to take the ball out of bounds. Really, we're just looking at this die. So it's going to be Harden with the ball out of bounds. 6 is going to be a pass to Shaq. Shaq with the post-up opportunity. He's got Olajuwon on him, but no defensive adjustment. And Shaq, a little baby hook in the lane, and puts it over Olajuwon for a bucket. So 97-93 is our score. Down to 6 minutes and 35 seconds left in the game. And the home team needs to make a push here at the end, and this is going to be Chris Paul bringing it up the floor. He's got a dribble drive, but he's covered up by Harden. Let's go ahead and share the wealth a little bit. And good pass there to Bird. Bird on the wing is going to skip it over to Kobe. Kobe with time running out. He's got a three-pointer, not tightly guarded, but he does miss again. And so Bryant just a little bit off in this game. Down to 6 minutes and 10 seconds left. What does the rebound look like? The rebound goes to Shaq. So Shaq with the board. That's going to be his 4th rebound of the game, and kicks off the offense the other way. Fast break for James Harden. James Harden has the open lane. Actually, it's not open at all. It's a 10. He's being guarded by Chris Paul, but he doesn't care. He's going to take it to the rim, and instead of just a layup, he's going to get a layup +1. So nice play there by Harden, pushing the tempo, and that is a 99-93 lead, and he is fouled on the play. The foul goes on the shooting guard on Kobe. That's the 3rd for Bryant. That's a 4th-team foul. Harden's going to go to the line and shoot for the traditional three-point play, and he makes it. Really good free throw shooter. And it's going to be 100-93. So maybe time to start orchestrating some offense for the home team here. That's going to be a fast break off of the make, and Chris Paul comes down. He's going to pass it to Kobe. Kobe filling the lane. That will be a 4. A 4 is going to be Kobe taking it to the rim, and he gets fouled on the layup on the fast break. Foul is going to go to the power forward, so that's Malone. Malone, who's been in trouble all game, draws his 4th foul. 2 team fouls now. 1 make for Kobe, 2 makes for Kobe. The score is now 100-95. And bringing the ball up the floor is going to be MJ. Jordan's got an open mid-range jumper. He'll go ahead and take that, and that's going to be good for MJ. Jordan with just 7 points in the game. He does have 4 boards and a block. It's tough when you're out there and all these players are on the floor. It's hard to get everybody the ball. That's going to take us down to a TV timeout. All of our starters are doing okay. I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to replace Tim Duncan with Dirk, because I think we can get some three-point shooting on the floor. So let's put Nowitzki back in, and we got 2 good three-point shooters. Chris Paul is a good three-point shooter, so they may need that skill. All right, 6 minutes left in the game. Home team with the ball. It's going to be Kobe bringing the ball up the floor. Kobe is going to pass to Nowitzki. Nowitzki coming off the bench cold. He is going to kick it over to Larry Bird. Larry Bird with time running out. Let's see what the Birdman's got. He's got a dribble drive with a King James on him, and that's going to be a miss. As James D'd him up, and that takes us down to 5 minutes and 35 seconds left. Let's see about the rebound on there. The rebound's going to go to the point guard. That's James Harden. Harden with 5 boards in this game. 4 assists, 5 rebounds. A lot of points. Good game by James Harden. And Harden will bring the ball up the floor on the fast break. He's got a mid-range jumper. He's going to pull up for that, and he bangs it in. So, nice play by Harden as he gets the rebound, brings it up the floor on the fast break, and puts it in for 2. Quick 2. Takes us down to 5 minutes and 25 seconds left in the game. And coming back the other way is going to be Larry Bird. Bird's got a mid-range jumper. He's got LeBron on him. He doesn't care. He's going to go ahead and take that. No conscience from Bird, as a 7 is going to be a good, is good on the jumper. And Larry Bird over LeBron. He says, "Hey, young fella, I got this." 102 to 97 is the score. Quick one from Bird. And coming back the other way is going to be the visiting team. James Harden with the ball in his hand. He's got the dribble drive, Chris Paul on him. He's going to feed it to Michael. Good pass to Jordan. Jordan with a 7. A 7 is going to be a dribble drive to the basket. Jordan's going to take that. Kobe's on him. Not a great defender. And an 8 is going to be Jordan in for the layup as he lays it up and in at the rim. So MJ with 4 in the 4th, and it's 104 to 97 now. Kobe brings the ball up the floor. He's got an open 3. Kobe trying to get him back in the game, and he's going to miss. An ill-advised shot from Kobe Bryant. And just takes 2 ticks off the clock, but great if you make it. Not so much if you don't. The rebound goes to the power forward, and that's going to be Karl Malone with another board. Malone's now got 6. And coming back the other way is going to be the away team. Fast break there for James Harden off of the miss. He's got an open lane. He's going to take that against Chris Paul. And he actually gets blocked at the rim. That's a block to the center, Olajuwon. Olajuwon with his 2nd block of the game. Nice play there in transition. That's going to be a miss for Harden. Harden trying to push the tempo a little bit. I don't think I counted that. Maybe I did. If I did, I just shortened the game. So it's Chris Paul bringing the ball up. Chris Paul's got an open 3. He's got James Harden on him. Chris Paul lets it fly. A 7 is going to be good. And Chris Paul drains it from the top of the key. And that's going to bring the visiting team to 104 to 100. And so, good job by Chris Paul. If it goes in, you look great. If it doesn't, you don't. And he drained it from downtown. Coming back the other way, it's going to be King James with the ball. He's going to pass to Malone, the power forward. Malone is going to kick it out to MJ. MJ with time running down. He's got the lane with Kobe on him, so basically an open shot. Actually, he's got a mid-range jumper. Sorry about that. He's got a jumper with Kobe on him. And a 6. A 6 is going to be good. As Michael Jordan raises up over Kobe and hits the jumper. He's got 6 in the 4th. It's 106-100. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 minutes and 5 seconds left in the game. Bringing the ball up the floor is going to be Chris Paul. Paul gets it to Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant's got the open lane against Michael, and he takes it in, and he misses. So good defense by Jordan. As Kobe Bryant continues, a tough game for him, as he just had a hard time scoring on the rebounds. It is going to be the center, Shaq Fu, with the board. That's his 5th rebound of the game. And that kicks off their offense back the other way. This will be a fast break as he kicks it to Michael. Michael pushing it up the floor. He's going to get James Harden on the secondary break. James Harden takes it to the lane, guarded by Chris Paul, but it doesn't matter as he lays it up and in for a good basket. And James Harden with another bucket in the 4th quarter. Going to give that assist to Jordan, his first of the game, and that's going to take 3 ticks off the clock. Nice fast break, well executed by Michael Jordan and Harden. Up the floor is going to be Chris Paul. Chris Paul is going to pass it to Larry Bird. Larry Bird has the dribble drive. He's got LeBron James on him. I tell you, he's going to kick it. That's the wrong die. He's going to kick it out to Dirk Nowitzki. Nowitzki with time running out on the clock. Nowitzki's got a 4. That's going to be a dribble drive. He's got Karl Malone on him. 10 minus 2 is 8. And 8 on the drive is going to be a pull-up jumper for Dirk. And Dirk with a bucket. His first in the 4th quarter. And that draws the visiting team to 108-102. So they're down by 6. There are 3 minutes and 10 seconds left in the 4th. This is going to be MJ bringing the ball up the floor as he walks it up the floor. He's got a 3-pointer with Kobe in his face. He's going to give that up. So let's say a little skip pass over to LeBron. Pass is good. LeBron James has a dribble drive, but he's got Larry all over him, so it's going to be a -2. He's going to get that down to Shaq Daddy. Good pass there. Shaq with time running out on the clock. He's got a low post move with the Olajuwon on him, but not tight. And so a 5 on the low post move is going to be Shaq to the baseline with a hammer as he throws it home. He gives Olajuwon a little look, and that gives the visiting team a 110-102 8-point lead as we head into under 3 minutes. So 2:45 left in the game. Nice offensive possession there for the visiting team. To me, Kobe Bryant bringing it up the floor. He passes it over to Chris Paul. Chris Paul is going to get it right back to Kobe. Kobe with time running out. He's got a dribble drive. He's covered up by MJ, so it's a -1. 8 minus 1 is 7. 7 on the dribble drive is going to be a jumper. So Jordan D's him up, but not enough to stop Kobe as he puts it in for 2. And that's going to be 110-104, our score. Did take some time off the clock, 2 minutes and 20 seconds left in the game. MJ with the ball. Home team desperately trying to get some defense here. MJ's going to pass it to James Harden. Harden will get it right back to Jordan. And Jordan with time running down on the clock. He's got the drive to the basket. Lane is open. A 3 on the drive is going to be a foul on his way to the basket. So foul on Kobe Bryant. Actually on the drive, let's go ahead and, it may not be Kobe. Actually, it is Kobe. The non-shooting foul. We'll call that on Kobe Bryant. So that's his 4th. And the team is in the bonus. Not that, oh, that actually does matter. So it's going to be two shots for MJ. So Jordan with 2 free throws. First is good. Second is good. And that pushes the lead to 112-104. Home team is in the bonus, or I guess the visiting team is in the bonus, however you want to look at it. Home team has 4 team fouls, so that's why Jordan gets the shots there. Off the make, it's going to be Kobe pushing the ball at the floor, and he is going to pass it over to Chris Paul. Chris Paul will get it to Larry Bird as they swing it around the horn. Bird with time running out. He's got a 3. A 3 is going to be a dribble drive as he takes it in, and that's going to be a block as Bird, gets blocked at the rim by Karl Malone. Karl Malone with his first block of the game. Yeah, that's a miss for Bird. So coming back the other way is going to be the visiting team. This will be a fast break for James Harden. James Harden's going to pass it to Shaq Daddy as he is filling the lane. And Shaq Fu takes it to the rim, a 9. He is going to be a layup up and in. On the break, that's nicely done by James Harden with the assists. And Shaq with the bucket. And that pushes the home team's lead to 114-104, up to 10 points. Good fourth quarter, as they were only up by 1 heading into the fourth. There's going to be Kobe bringing the ball up the floor. He's got a 3-pointer, but he's covered up by Michael. He's going to get it to Nowitzki. Good pass there. And Nowitzki with a 6 is going to be a pass to Olajuwon. Olajuwon with the short jumper. He's got Shaq in his face, and that's going to be a miss. And 1 minute and 15 seconds left. Let's see about the rebound. The rebound goes to the point guard, Harden. He's got 6 boards for the game. 5 boards. And coming back the other way is the home team. It's Harden walking the ball up the floor off of the rebound. He's got a dribble drive. Tight defense there by Chris Paul, so he's going to get it to Michael. Why not? Jordan's going to pass it down to Shaq Fu. And Shaq with time running out on the clock's got a little short jumper. Olajuwon in his face, that becomes a 3. A 3 on the jumper is a miss. Good defense by Hakeem. Does take quite a bit of time off the clock. We're down to 50 seconds, 5-0. On the rebound is going to go to Olajuwon. His 3rd board of the game. And back the other way is the visiting team. This will be Chris Paul with the board, or with the ball. He's going to pass it to Larry Legend. Larry with the pass to Olajuwon. And with time running out on the clock, Olajuwon has the short jumper with Shaq on him. That's going to be a miss. Takes us down to 25 seconds. What does the rebound look like? The rebound looks like a rebound to the small forward, King James. James, just his first rebound of the game. And that gets the ball going the other way. This is going to be a fast break for James Harden. 7 for Harden is going to be, he's going to take it to the rim. And he gets blocked at the rim, and that's the shooting guard. So Kobe Bryant comes from the backside and he gets his first block of the game. And maybe one more play. We got 15 seconds left. Let's see how this turns out. It's going to be Bryant on the fast break, or actually Chris Paul on the fast break. Paul to Larry, and this is going to be the last play of our game. Bird takes it to the rim. He's open, he's got an 8, and that's going to be a layup for Bird. Way too little, way too late. And that's going to be the end of our game as we run out the last 3 ticks. And the final in this one tentatively is 114-106. So let's see how it actually turns out. This is going to be 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, 19, 21, 20, 23, 25, 27, plus 5 is 32. So that comes out to 116. Let's check again. 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 14, 15, 17, 18, 19, 21, plus 6 is 27, 32. So 32 should be 116. So I missed a bucket somewhere along the way. And for the home team, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, 19, 21, 23. Oh, yeah. Boy, I was way off. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, plus 5 is 21. So that takes us to 104. Maybe I gave a bucket down here that I shouldn't have. It looks like 104. So 5, 7, 9, 10, 11, 13, 15, 17, 19, 21. So that takes them to 104, not 106. So 116, 104. I'd given, didn't give these one, gave these one. That's why I like to keep this running score by total, or by a quarter, just so I can tally everything up at the end of the game. Okay, so our final here is 116 to 104, and with the visiting team coming in and taking one decidedly against the home team. Let me go ahead and stop this, and I will come up with the totals, and we'll check out all of the totals for the different players. All right, back with our totals here. For the or the visiting team, the victors, it's going to be James Harden, 22 points, 5 assists, 5 boards. Definitely player of the game. Jordan, 13 points, 1 assist, 4 rebounds. He did have a block. Just 6 points for LeBron James, 12 for Malone, and 16 and 5 for O'Neal. Off the bench, it was 14 points for Charles Barkley at 4 rebounds. Spelling Karl Malone, who was in foul trouble in the first half, so we sort of kept him out, and Malone got plenty of playing time. Steve Nash, 7 points, 1 assist, 1 board. 15 points off the bench for Reggie Miller, who brought in some instant offense. He was 1, 2, 3 of 4 from downtown. Just 3 points for Carmelo Anthony. He had a 3-pointer. He was 1 for 2 from 3. And then 8 points and 4 boards with 2 steals for Pat Ewing off the bench. For the home team, the home team is 23 points and 4 assists for Chris Paul, 13 points, 2 boards for Kobe Bryant, 17 points for Larry Bird, 15 for Tim Duncan. So a lot of good point distribution here for their starting 5. Actually, the whole team had quite a bit of scoring off the bench as well. Olajuwon, only 4 points. He did have 3 rebounds and 2 blocked shots. He was in foul trouble a good portion of the first half as well. Garnett came off the bench, put in 8 points and 4 boards. and it was 15 or 5 off the bench for Magic with a couple of assists. 3 for Drexler. Drexler hit a 3, 1 for 1 from 3, and he also had a rebound. Kevin Durant, only 7 points, didn't get a lot of playing time. It was Tim Duncan getting the bulk, the lion's share there. And Nowitzki came in for Durant. It was Bird getting the bulk of the time. Durant did come in for Duncan and spelled him when he was in. He played well, 10 points and 5 rebounds. All right, so this one, the final is 116-104. These are our starting lineups here. You can see who played. This is using triple threat basketball. Now, if you want to go and get these same players, and you can get the score sheet and the timer, that all comes together. Everything you need is in the download except for the dice and some sort of a token that you can use to keep track of the players. Otherwise, all of this is available. There are 2 ways to play. One is going to be with just the bottom portion here. There's going to be some PDFs that only have the bottom parts for every player. So it's like 4 across. There's 12 on a page. So I think there's something like 6 pages, 7 pages, 7 or 8 pages of just the bottoms. And you can play the game with that just fine. That's really what you need. But if you want to have the option to have the tall cards with the photographs, you can either add your own photos, go get them. And I believe it's 378 by 478. So 378 pixels wide by 478 pixels tall. And you can crop your image to that dimension. And then you can just overlay these, import those images into Adobe, or you can use Photoshop or any sort of image editing software. Import those photos, put them right there. It's very clearly marked where you should put the photos. There's a little boundary box, an orange box on the cards. It doesn't have the logo here, but it does have the little boundary box. So you can just put them right there. And those blanks also come in a separate PDF, so you can put those images in there if you want, or you can just have the tall cards with no image at all, and so it'll just be a blank spot, but you'll have these tall cards, so you can see, as opposed to just the small part, you know, it's a taller card. The cards look great when you put the images on there. That's a separate download on the website, so you can go to triplethreatbasketballgame.com triplethreatbasketballgame.com and pick this set up for $10. 76 players, $10, the best players in the history of the NBA from the 1940s all the way to today, including players like Kevin Durant and LeBron James. I mean, you see players on the board right now who are still playing. They will be Hall of Famers. They're not yet, but the rest of them are all Hall of Famers. So great set of cards. You can do a lot with it. There's a lot of players, so you can do a lot with it. You know, you only need 5 to get a game going. I obviously played, 2 full teams here, and these are just really not even all the modern players, but just a handful of the modern players. So there's lots that you can do, lots that you can learn about each of the players. I don't have it on these, but there's actually some stats on the sort of the last official cards. There's a few stats down here, so you can get a sense of what each player is like. Either if you don't keep up with modern basketball, you can see how these guys match up to the old guys, or if you don't do a lot with classic basketball players from the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, then you can learn a lot about, how do they compare as far as their per game totals and things like that to players today. And those are taken from their career stats. So that's their career averages. But I tried to weight. I did use their career numbers to figure out these shooting totals and things like that. But I weighted it toward who they were in their prime. So if their numbers tailed off a lot, or if they didn't start their career very fast, I was looking mostly at Okay, it says that he's a 38% shooter, but during his prime, was he a 47% shooter? Okay, I went with the 47. So these are the greatest players in history. You want to remember them and be able to play them at their peak. So you don't want to play old Michael Jordan. You want Michael Jordan when he looked like that. You know what I mean? And so I did try to massage the numbers just a little bit, the percentages, if the career numbers were a little bit lower than their peak numbers. I'm just trying to hit so that when you play it out, it plays out pretty well. I haven't gone through and done shooting percentages or anything like that. Obviously, I just told you about Reggie Miller. Miller 3 for 4. That's like a Reggie Miller night, But Kobe missed on quite a few threes. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 threes he missed. So he was only 1 for 7. He hits any of those, and the home team probably wins this game. So same thing with MJ. MJ was 1 for 4 from the 3-point line. He's typically, I don't know, he's a 30-something, almost 40% shooter from the 3-point line. So that's a little bit off for him as well. So the game, I think, plays pretty realistically. You get a feel for each player's sort of specialty or how they like to play. Sometimes it's just about who gets the ball as to who's going to score. So you got a lot of scoring from the point guards here. Part of that is taking shots. Part of that is how the ball comes back to them. Shaq had 16, but Olajuwon only had 4. Shaq had a lot more opportunities than Olajuwon, and some of that just comes down to who you decide to get the ball to and how the dice roll, really. Olajuwon was 2 for 4. He just didn't get a lot of opportunities, especially in the first half. So game plays out pretty well, I think, and it's a lot of fun, and it's a lot of rolling, but you get a lot of detail out of it as well. And I tried to make it as quick as I possibly could, while still adding in and keeping the detail. A lot of games skip over those rolls, so to speak, by having the cards that you can flip, and just sort of does those rolls for you, which is a nice thing to have. But there aren't too many out there with just with dice. So hopefully this will be a little bit of a throwback for you, and you don't have to do quite as much printing. And I don't offer these in anything but PDF, so there's going to be some printing and cutting, but it's not too much. I think it's if you printed and cut everything, it's 20 pages of these tall cards, a lot fewer of the small cards, and the small cards are going to take up less space. You could definitely have them in 2 rows, next to each other, sort of like you see all the time. I have to do a setup like this on each side just to do the presentation part. For streaming, it would make it much easier to do it that way. If you want to get a hold of me, you can email me at triplethreatbasketballgame@gmail.com. You can go to the website and go on to the contact form and contact me through there. That also comes to me. And if you want to purchase the game, again, you can go to triplethreatbasketballgame.com. You can pick up the game. It's ready to go now. Several people have already made the purchase of the game, and just waiting to hear some good feedback on that. You'll get the cards, you get the score sheet, you get the game timer. In fact, there's another large game timer that you can reuse, so you could use with a token or a coin. They just have larger squares on them that you can reuse it, so you don't, this one I have to throw away. So if you want to laminate it, or you just want to keep one and use it for multiple games, then that's a good one to have. It also has the TV timeouts marked on it for each quarter. The 9-minute one will be blue, and then the 6 and the 3 will be orange. So just as a reminder, in the second and the fourth quarter, you need to do the 9-minute one as well as the 6 and the 3 if you want to play with the TV timeouts. What that does is just it forces a stop in the action where you can substitute players. So maybe helpful, maybe not. If you don't want to play with it, you don't have to. It's one of those options. I also use the passing the option to pass. If my guy's covered, I can pass. You could also just not do that. If he's covered up and he's got a shot, you can force him to take the shot. That way you just roll all 3 of these every single time, and if there's a shot that comes up, then that's what happens. So that might, I want to say that controls the scoring a little bit, but it actually hasn't been my experience that it controls the scoring that much. It all comes out about the same whether you pass up shots or not, because these guys are so good. Most of the time, it doesn't matter that somebody's on them. Also, if you have a guy in the backcourt, a lot of these, especially more modern players, they're not great backcourt defenders. So if you have a guy, a LeBron James or a Michael Jordan is kind of an anomaly in that they're some of the top defenders in the history of the game. Same with the Larry Bird. But a lot of these guys are like Chris Paul or Kobe Bryant. They're just not good defenders. I mean, they're not bad, but they're not like top level, top 200 defenders in the history of the game. So sometimes that can really come into play as well, as far as what shots you take and how quickly you take them, things like that. So the quicker you take shots, the more possessions you get, the more scoring you're going to have. If you continue to pass the ball around and take 25 seconds off every time, then obviously the scoring is going to be a little bit lower. So just something to think about if you want to play with passing up the shots. That gives you, the gamer, just a little bit more control over the game. It gives you a little bit more control over who's going to score and who gets the ball more, that type of thing. So there's a lot of things that you can do with the game. I try to create my games with sort of an open format where you can add features here or there, or do different things. You could play, I'm keeping all the stats, but you could just as easily just keep the scores. You play 5-on-5 and just keep scores, and the game would move quite a bit quicker, and you can kind of play it however you want to play it in those ways. All right, I think that's it from here. Thanks for watching. There's a whole series for this game. One is in the instructional series, that's sort of the beginning, and then we have the rest of the first half, the third quarter and the fourth quarter. So you can check those out in the on the channel here. They should be just the singular upload videos, and I'll try to post more content as we go along. I'm also going to do sort of a features and options playlist. I already have it set up, I just need to make the videos for it, but just showing you how to do some of the different options and things that you can do, how to do things like control a dead ball, what happens on a dead ball, what happens on a steal, just sort of the finer points of the game. If you want to play with defense, exactly how that works and that type of thing. So just a little bit of a tutorial series, and just like on a video game, you can sort of turn them on and off. You can play with some of these, you can play with other ones, you can play with none of them, you can play with all of them, sort of max everything, every option turned on. Just that's how I've been playing here. So you get a sense of that. All right, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, click subscribe. We don't have a lot of subscribers yet, but the game just came out yesterday, so looking to kind of build that a little bit. You're going to find any game news for this game is going to be here, and also demo games like this, or opportunities to share other people who've been playing online. If you stream online and you stream basketball online, I encourage you to pick this game up and stream it. If you want to reach out to me about doing that, then you can do that. Again, it's tripleThreatBasketballGame@gmail.com is the email address. And we'll see. If this game is received well in the community, then I've got other sets in mind. I've been asked about seasons. I don't know about seasons. You're talking upwards of 300 and something players that are, this is mostly done by hand, so that's a lot of players, and it's a lot of if we're going to do images, it's a lot of images too. So That is an undertaking, and if there are enough people who want some seasons, maybe I can do the most recent seasons. But the basketball community for tabletop is pretty small. It's not super large, not like baseball or football, but so we'll just have to see. I want to see how this game is received. If it's as well received as Uptempo, then certainly I would look into creating some more sets for that. I have them in mind already. Okay, I think that's it for me. Click subscribe if you haven't. When you click the little bell icon, you'll get notified of any new videos that come, so you'll be able to keep up with the channel that way. Thank you for everyone who's purchased the game so far. It's had a good response, I think, in the last week, people wanting to purchase the game. And thank you for your patience as I continue to sort of fine-tune things and get things set up and get the website set up right and all that kind of stuff. So it just takes a little bit of extra work. It's not just the game. It's all the stuff surrounding the game to make it so that it can be purchased and distributed easily and quickly, and so that the website tells a little bit about the game as well. All right, that's it from here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.